part of my job, because I'm a parachutist. I've been wearing these wings for a long time now, and there are mighty few things I'd trade them for. Now, I know you're going to say that every G.I. Joe gets a bang out of his own outfit, that he thinks it's tops. Well, who's going to argue about that? Not me, because I've seen them all in action. The engineers, Armored Command, Signal Corps, Quartermaster, and all the rest. But I think the parachutists got just a little more on the ball. Let me tell you why. Before I got into this outfit, I was a foot soldier in this brawl. Me and some other Joes in the infantry slugged it out with Schicklgruber's guys. We didn't do so bad either. But don't get the idea that it was easy. There was nothing easy about anything. Things got plenty hot. But we put the lid on these characters and wrapped up the job. But there was something else. All along, I kept noticing the enemy's rear had been chewed up. His lines of communication and radio installations busted wide open. So I knew that someone was getting in there first and landing a few solid slugs right where they do the most good. And all the guys that were doing it weren't bombardiers. The parachutists helped turn the trick. That's when I found out what they do. They clip the enemy from the rear, smack him off balance, and set him up for the Sunday punch. Well, that was for me. I wanted to get in on that myself. So I volunteered. Right then and there, I found out a few more things. Number one, there's plenty to tuck in between your ears. You got to know everything in the book. Why? Well, take a look. When you hit the ground, it's just like you jumped off a 12-foot wall. So there's a little item like getting in shape. I thought I was in pretty good condition. But, brother, something new has been added when it comes to training for the parachutists. So you get this kind of stuff to build up muscles that were AWOL before. Sure, it's a tough grind at first, but it's not long before you begin to feel kind of cocky. You want to get on with that first jump. You start saying, okay, give me a few yards of silk and push me out. But nothing doing. Not yet. You got to do this next. Fall forward and backward off platforms. Take up the jar so your teeth don't bounce out. Then, pretty soon you get your first look at a chute and a chance to learn how to pack it. That way, if it don't open, you can blame yourself on the way down. Sure, you get an emergency chute, but just the same, you pack that main chute like a mother tucks away a new baby. And then do we get to jump? Nothing doing. I told you got to know everything in the book, and here's something else. You get the feel of the harness. Learn how to handle the risers, how to turn yourself around because you got to land facing where you're drifting. Now you go outside for mock tower training. You jump from a rig like this and travel along a cable. You keep on until you can do it without getting a foot caught in your teeth. After all that, you say to yourself, I'm in. But somebody's got a different idea, and here it is. Here it doesn't cost a dime, even if it does look like World's Fair stuff. And you don't take a doll along. That ain't Lana Turner going along for the ride. It's another guy just like me. And like me, he's getting the feel of going up and floating down. This event happens to you a few times until you get used to the drop in the jar. After that, you get a ride by yourself to tip off what the real jump's going to be like. But what the hell? The chute's strung on cables. What kind of a jump is this? I found out. The next tower is a different story. When the chute hits the top, it's released. Yeah, a free jump this time. Now's when the instructor gives you the cold eye. You got a number and there's a loudspeaker. Do something wrong and somebody tells you to wake up and get the moss off your brain. A few of these jumps and you're ready for the big stuff. That first jump from a plane. You got to make 5 qualifying jumps. The last 4 I wasn't thinking about. The first one staring me in the face was the baby I had on my mind. I knew I was ready. I had everything in my head. Every muscle in shape. But just the same, there was a flock of butterflies batting around in my stomach. You start giving yourself some jive like, all right, big stuff, you stuck your neck out. Here's what you asked for. Then, it's into the plains. I saw a lot of C-47s before, but I'll be damned if the one I got in didn't look bigger and nastier than all the others. Pretty soon you got no more time for thinking. You're up there, brother. Okay, here's where I start being a parachutist or walk to work. The jump master gives the okay to get ready. Get ready! So I get ready. Then to stand up. Stand up! So up I go. Look up! Check equipment! All clear. Here's the payoff on the training ground. Hand in the door! This is it. Get a hold on the sides of the door. Look out, not down. Are you ready? Yes! Go! Out into the prop blast. Twist, turn. Try to remember everything. And then, that wonderful piece of silk. Well, what the hell was I scared of? Ever see a dream floating? It's wonderful. But wait a minute. The field master down below has got his eyes on you. Because you make the first jump, you're not in yet. Guys make mistakes, and the first jump's the time to spot them. Okay, let's see what I do. Remember to land with my drift. Land on the balls of my feet. Take up the shock and jar. Yeah, that's the way it was. I made 4 more jumps, and they pinned my wings on me. Also, there were 50 extra bucks handed out on payday. And off the record, the dolls don't exactly put on a chill when they get a load of these wings or these boots. But to get back to the war, maybe you figure that we got to land in a very special place or we're cooked. Well, we land where the orders say. Like this. Looks kind of rugged. A place for mountain goats or Eskimos. But this spot's okay with us. Get an eyeful of these boys. We've got guys on skis, too. Nobody's able to slam the door in our faces, any place. Sure, I'm proud of my wings. So's every other guy who's hit the silk. Most of us have made more than 5 qualifying jumps. Made them when the chips were down. And we clipped the axis right on the button. Now, maybe you got another idea. Maybe you think I'm saying all this because I think the parachutists have got more stuff. Maybe you think we all say the same thing. Maybe you think we're cocky. Well, you're damn right we are.